Avatar: The Way of Water has been in theaters for 2 months now, and yet the movie continues to dominate the charts. Now, more people are looking forward to how Jake Sully's story will play out. And speaking of Jake, did you know other actors would have portrayed the role? For today's video, we'll be sharing with you the list of actors who almost played Jake Sully, so keep watching for more. Many of you might not know this, but if things took a different turn, we might have had Chris Evans or Channing Tatum in the role of Jake Sully. When Avatar first hit theaters, so much about it was novel. The technological advances, the visually stunning world of Pandora, and its lead actor, relative unknown Sam Worthington. But while the actor won over writer-director James Cameron to play Jake Sully, he wasn't the only one in the running, and the other two actors went on to become two of today's biggest stars. Cameron revealed that Worthington was competing with Chris Evans and Channing Tatum for the role of Avatar's lead in an Empire 30 podcast special, a 30-minute podcast documentary about the making of Avatar with brand new interviews and insights. According to the director, Chris Evans, Sam Worthington, and Channing Tatum were among his choices to play Jake Sully. For one, he liked all their appeals, but in the end, Worthington won over the other two because the actor had a certain voice and a quality of intensity that Cameron liked. Everybody did about the same on all the material through the script, except for the final speech where he stands up and says, "This is our land, ride now, go as fast as the wind can carry you." That whole thing, Cameron recalled. "I would have followed him into battle, and I wouldn't have followed the other guys. They've since gone on to fantastic careers and all that, but Sam was ready. He was ready." Knowing this piece of information, now we can't help but imagine Channing Tatum and Chris Evans in the role. But aside from these two, there is another famous actor who would have played the part, and here's who he is. Matt Damon was also a strong contender for the role of Jake Sully, if only he didn't turn down the role. All of the actors who were considered for the role of Jake Sully in Avatar are likely to be disappointed, but none more so than Matt Damon. James Cameron offered Damon a 10% stake in the film's profits in an attempt to sweeten the deal and convince him to star. Since Avatar went on to become the highest-grossing film of all time, grossing over $2.9 billion worldwide, it is estimated that Matt Damon lost more than $200 million on the first film alone. He could have gotten a similar deal for Cameron's 4 Avatar sequels. In addition to missing out on the massive payday, Matt Damon stated in a GQ interview that his regret for passing on Avatar meant he would likely never work with James Cameron again. The director has only directed 6 films, including Avatar, and his next 4 will be sequels. Damon, on the other hand, did not want to postpone the Bourne ultimatum and cause problems for director Paul Greengrass. It worked out for both parties, but there's a chance Avatar would have been even more successful if Matt Damon had played Jake Sully in the film. Yes, Sam Worthington had the voice quality and intensity that James Cameron was looking for, but what other reason did he have to cast the actor for the lead role? Even though James Cameron considered casting bigger names as Avatar's lead, casting Sam Worthington as Jake Sully is more in line with the director's original plans. He wanted to find someone less famous and less experienced to help Jake feel more authentic. Cameron conducted a worldwide search for Avatar's Jake Sully actor before auditioning for Sam Worthington, who was living in his car at the time. He also preferred the idea that audiences who saw Avatar would see Jake Sully as the character rather than as an actor's previous roles. It's true though, if not for Avatar, Sam Worthington wouldn't be as famous as he is now. So what exactly did the actor do before landing the role of Jake Sully? After playing the lead role in James Cameron's Avatar, Sam Worthington was positioned to become a major Hollywood star. More than a decade later, what has the actor done since then, and where will he be next? Worthington was born in Perth, Western Australia, and his father sent him to Queensland with $400 in his pocket after he failed the drama program at John Curtin College of the Arts. He survived by working odd jobs, and he was accepted to the National Institute of Dramatic Art in Sydney while he was working as a bricklayer. In 1998, he got his degree from the program. Worthington will play Jake Sully again in Avatar 2, but his career has gone through a lot of ups and downs over the past 13 years. Worthington made his acting debut in the Australian-American romantic comedy Bootmen in 2000, where he played a minor role. After that, he appeared in several episodes of the police dramas Jag, Water Rats, and Blue Heelers in the same year. After that, he began landing leading roles in films like the 2003 crime thriller Getting Square, the 2004 romantic drama Somersault, and the 2006 retelling of Macbeth by Jeffrey Wright. After being personally recommended for the role by James Cameron, the creator of the Terminator franchise, Worthington's career reached a new high in 2009 with his lead role in Avatar. He also played the human Terminator Marcus Wright in Terminator Salvation. At the time, Worthington's biggest break was his portrayal of Jake Sully in Avatar, which is still the highest-grossing film of all time, narrowly beating out Avengers Endgame. Following the film's financial success, his career as a bankable leading man and one of Hollywood's biggest action stars should have taken off. While he did establish himself with the film and has since appeared in several critically successful projects, his roles have mostly been in independent films and TV miniseries. Apart from Avatar, Worthington was only involved in one other franchise, the action-fantasy Clash of the Titans. So what other projects have Sam Worthington worked on over the last 10 years? Worthington starred alongside Keira Knightley in the romantic comedy Last Night, as well as the crime thrillers The Debt, Texas Killing Fields, Man on a Ledge, Sabotage, Kidnapping Mr. Heineken, and The Hunter's Prayer, none of which received particularly high critical acclaim at the time. Worthington is best known for his performance as Captain Glover in Mel Gibson's Academy Award-winning World War II biopic Hacksaw Ridge. He also appeared in and produced the miniseries Deadline Gallipoli in 2015, and 2 years later, he played a major role in the anthology series Manhunt Unabomber. Despite this, Worthington will reprise his role in the Avatar sequels. After more than a decade of anticipation, Avatar 2 is finally set to premiere on December 16, 2022, with Avatar 3 following on December 20, 2024. Both were filmed simultaneously, although 2 more Avatar sequels are in the works, for a total of 5 films in the franchise. Worthington's involvement is unknown. He will, however, continue his streak of thriller films by starring alongside Russell Crowe in the Georgetown Project. Sam Worthington also appeared in Tick, Tick, Boom opposite Spider-Man star Andrew Garfield, and then they also reunited in Under the Banner of Heaven, a Hulu crime miniseries that premiered last April. So that's all of Sam Worthington's projects in a nutshell. But did you know, the actor also tried his hand at auditioning for the role of James Bond. Sam Worthington reveals that he failed an audition for the role of James Bond before starring in Avatar in 2009. Over the last 60 years, many actors have played the iconic super spy, including Sean Connery, Roger Moore, George Lazenby, Timothy Dalton, and Pierce Brosnan. But the release of Casino Royale in 2006 introduced a new take on the character, played by Daniel Craig. At the time, several actors were said to be considered for the role, including Henry Cavill, who is still frequently fan-cast in the role, Clive Owen, Rupert Friend, and Doug Ray Scott, among others. Worthington discusses his own audition for Bond in an interview with Variety ahead of the worldwide release of James Cameron's sequel, Avatar: The Way of Water. The actor recalls failing to capture one important aspect of the character, but praises producers Barbara Broccoli and Wilson for their dedication to making the 007 franchise the best it can be. For Worthington, not being cast as the legendary agent is actually a blessing in disguise. While Worthington did not get the role of Bond, the failed audition allowed him to star in Avatar in 2009, which became the highest-grossing film of all time. This means he will be appearing in the upcoming sequel, which has already received rave reviews and is expected to outperform the original. Furthermore, if the latest sequel is successful, Cameron has plans for Avatar 3, 4, and 5, implying that missing out on Bond is one of the best things that could have happened to Worthington's career. In addition to the advantages for Worthington, audiences got to see Craig's take on Bond, which is widely regarded as one of the best since Sean Connery's tenure as the character. Casino Royale introduced a more ruthless and cold 007, but the spy later returns to his more debonair roots, both of which Craig can effectively capture. Then, in 2012, Sam Mendes' Skyfall was released, quickly becoming not only one of Craig's best Bond films, but also one of the best films in the franchise. If Worthington had starred in Casino Royale instead, the franchise's trajectory would have been very different, and Skyfall, as it exists today, would not have been made. So, if Sam Worthington didn't bag the role of James Bond, who did? It's not clear who will play the British spy next, with Craig saying a very clear goodbye to the role in No Time to Die, and Worthington likely wrapping up roles in future Avatar sequels. Fans of 007 have voted for actors like Henry Cavill, Aaron Taylor-Johnson, Tom Hardy, Idris Elba, and Richard Madden, but no official announcement has been made yet. Fans are likely to be in for a few surprises when the new choice is finally revealed, as it has been confirmed that the untitled James Bond 26 will be a complete reimagining. And that wraps up today's video about the list of actors who would have portrayed the role of Jake Sully, as well as a short history of Sam Worthington's career. Are you excited to see what happens next to Jake Sully and his family in the upcoming sequels? Let us know what you're most excited about in the comment section below. Thanks for watching today's video, and before you go, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel with the notification bell on for more videos like these. See you next time.